Hi, and welcome to the Seek Sustainable Japan podcast. I'm JJWalsh, your host. In this episode, I had the chance to talk with the amazing, the creative Facundo of KYOTO Connection. And here he talks about their exciting news that they've been doing crowdfunding and they are coming to Japan in 2025. He plays some of his original music for us in the episode and talks about where his desire to create music inspired by Japan, where does that come from? And his exciting plans for coming to Japan, being in the places he's dreamed about, hearing all the strange and wonderful noises to create more music inspired by Japan. I hope you enjoy the episode. It starts with him just playing on his keyboards as we start the episode. Enjoy. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. This is a very special edition of Seek Sustainable Japan. I have the amazing Facundo Arena from the KYOTO Connection, and we're going to talk about their music and their exciting upcoming tour to Japan next year. Facundo, thank you so much for joining. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me to share our story and to play some music with your audience. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's lovely to have you here, and such a beautiful way to start the day. I think especially as we're enjoying autumn colors now, to have your beautiful music in the background. You started making music in 2005, is that right?
The KYOTO Connection started in October 2005, so it will be 20 years next year. And it is a very strange story because back then I had a rock and roll band. I was a guitar player in a rock and roll band. And I vividly remember the night when I sat on my piano. I wanted to write a new song. And I just started playing some notes. I got into the flow. And then inspiration came. So I pressed record on the computer. I said, okay, here's something. I will record this. And I played a whole song in only one take. No editing, no nothing. It just came out to me like if I was some kind of channel, you know? And when I finished the song, it doesn't sound that rock and roll at all. I started to feel that it sounded very Japanese. And I remember that I thought to myself, where does this come from? I'm not Japanese. I don't have Japanese relatives. My only connection with Japan is karate. I do karate since I am 5 or 6. But at that moment, I didn't understood how the music and the melodies appeared in that composition. So that was the beginning of the Kyoto Connection, and was the beginning of my search for inspiration in Japan. Almost 20 years.
Wow, that's a wonderful origin story. I wonder if somehow the martial arts of the Japanese in the martial arts
Maybe.
also maybe influenced you a little bit. Maybe at least the meditative part, getting ready before practice, something like that, right?
Probably. I don't know. Well, um, today when I sit down on my piano, I put my headphones and I close my eyes, and it is much like meditating. But still, I feel like I'm connecting with some kind of information of music that comes to me, that clearly comes from Japan, but I don't know why. And it has been my source of inspiration for 20 years. It's a lot of time. It's like many people get bored after a couple of years of doing something, no? And that's not my case. I feel each year I feel more eager and more connected to that source of inspiration. So I, I'm 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 still on the road to Kyoto in this case.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your tour. So, what are the dates? What are you planning? Where
Well,
where are you planning to be? Do you have some idea already?
yeah, well, we are going on April 6th next year, and we'll be touring for 45 days between Tokyo, Kyoto, and Okinawa, and many places in between, obviously. And mainly, we're going as a band with my wife Jessica, who is the singer and the violinist of the project. My best friend Rodrigo, who is the drummer, and my little daughter Cielo. She's 2 years, so it will be quite a challenge. But we are going as a band, and that is quite an achievement. It is really a dream come true for me. We try to go in just a couple of months before the pandemic started. I even bought the plane tickets to go, and then the pandemic started, and well, it was impossible. And so we are going in April, and mainly we are going to tell our story there. That's our main focus. Share our story, meet people, uh, do some soundscape recordings of the cities, of the temples, of the woods, and and just be there and see what happens. And if the opportunity to share our music appears, well, we are going to be with our instruments and we are going to play our songs, but we mainly want to go there and see what happens. And I'm kind of scared of the challenge, because it's like meeting your source of inspiration for 20 years. It's scary.
Oh, don't be scared. It's going to be so inspirational. You're going to hear so many beautiful sounds and be inspired for more wonderful music, I'm sure. On the list, we were talking before we started on the list, you're going to Tokyo. The
Yes,
plan is Hakone and Mount Fuji, and then Hiroshima and Miyajima. So you're coming to
yes,
my
yes,
area
definitely.
too. And then
Yes, yes,
Kyoto, Osaka, Kanazawa, and then Okinawa.
yes.
Now, you have
We
had some great collaborations with people in Kyoto, also
uh
sending you sounds of like the market,
many people, many
right?
people sending us sounds from many places, not only in Kyoto, in the whole Japan. But when people knows our story, um they want to help us. So if they go for a vacation or business or whatever, they take out their cell phone and start recording sounds, and they send the sounds to me, and I do music with that, basically.
That's amazing. And you're using a variety of very interesting synthesizers and other music making, but
Yeah.
also some game consoles. Like you're using a real variety of sounds, right?
Yes. I'm most of those instruments are made in Japan. Not many people knows that um, the most popular sounds of the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s of pop music, electronic music, new age music were designed by Japanese engineers and musicians. So this is my studio, and there are lots of instruments. Like, let me show you one. This is a really weird one. This is an omnichord. This is like a Suzuki omnichord. This is like a digital version of the harpsichord, and I found lots of inspiration from these toys. Do you want to listen how it sounds?
Yeah, sure.
Let me show you. I will. This is my newest acquisition. I will show you here. It's like a harp, and then it can be much fun with rhythms and. Well, only in Japan. This.
That's really fun. Oh,
Yes,
how
yes.
as a creative, as a musician, you must be so happy to find new sounds with new instruments
All
or
the
even
time.
walking around, right?
Yes. Because my creative process when I write music is basically put my headphones, listen to the sound of I don't know, of the woods, a city, or a shopping mall or whatever. Just listen and try to tune with the music of the moment. That's my biggest challenge, trying to listen to the music of the moment. For example, I wrote a lot of songs uh, inspired on the Kyoto station, on the train station. I don't know why. I had to be there, but I just put the sounds of Kyoto station and I start to play the piano, and music arises. That's
Yeah.
how it works to me.
But the announce I think is especially for visitors when they hear the announcement. Sometimes it's too much, but sometimes the way they talk in the announcements is very polite and very
Yeah.
sing song, and it has a really nice sound to it. I could imagine that. Yeah.
And all the little sounds, alarm sounds, and Japan has basically a very big culture of sound logos. No, everything has a sound logo. The telephone, the cash register, everything has a. There are sounds everywhere, and it's amazing. I love that.
That's so true. My
Yeah.
rice cooker sings a little tune when
Wow.
it's ready. My bath, when the bath is ready, it has a little chime. There is so much
I love that.
music in
Yes.
everyday life in Japan. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
please
yeah.
record some of that sounds and send them to me.
I will. I will. Wouldn't that be fun to have a hot bath tune in your next
Totally.
creation, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of your albums throughout history. So, your very
Mhm.
first album, Alternarama, and
Yes.
you said it was connected with Creative Commons. How did that work?
Well, that was the first album. That was my first experience writing a whole album in this genre, in the electronic music. No, and when I finished that album, I didn't like it. I didn't like it how it sounded. It wasn't up to my standards. It was like I didn't like it. So I just uploaded it to my website and totally forgot about it. And a couple of months later, I wanted to check how many people listened to that album. And to my surprise, like 50,000 people listened to that album in 2 months, 3 months. And I said, well, here's something. Here's I should pay a little more attention to this. And a time later, I met with Rodrigo, my best friend and the drummer. I met him in the karate class. My father is the sensei of the dojo. And my father used to play that album on the classes. And one day, Rodrigo asked me if I had a band. You know, I said, no, I don't have a band. I just made this, and I don't like how it sounds. It was just an experiment. And he said, no, you should have a band. We should do a band because people need to listen to this. And I wasn't quite sure at first, but he insisted. And then a couple of months later, we were here in the studio. He was playing drums. I was with my keyboard, and that's when everything started. And that got me into composing again. That ignited my will to start writing more songs. And as I wrote new songs, I started to feel that I needed a violin. I needed a violinist. This song needs a violin. And so I started searching for musicians, and Jessica came. And well, one thing led to another, and now we are married, and she's the mother of Cielo. So the KYOTO Connection gave me my whole life, you know. It's like I don't know how to express it in words, but it is a very big part of my life. So basically that was around 2008. And then we started to play here in local pubs, in bars, for our friends, for family. Everyone was asking, why you do music inspired in Japan? What's wrong with you guys? Like, this is very, very strange. But we keep going, and then by 2008 or 9, we started to ask for donations, you know, for our project. And people started donating $5, $10, $15, whatever amount. And almost 20 years later, with all that donations, we're going to Japan. And I have the list of the 400 people that donated to us in the last 20 years. And I want to go to Japan with that list. They should know that they made this dream possible, you know?
That's wonderful. I was talking with the publisher of the Kyoto Journal the other day, and he also, they are from donations from people. That's how they keep going. I think that idea of having your community who loves what you do supporting you, that's such a beautiful way to create art.
Yes,
right?
I'm so grateful for that. So grateful. Every day I get an email from someone telling me, hey, the KYOTO Connection, can I use your music for my wedding, or for my puppy video on YouTube, or for my new movie? And I said yes to all. Use the music. It's yours. My songs are like my bottles to the sea, you know? I just drop them for the people to do whatever they want with the music. And it worked. It worked. Yeah.
Now, some of your album covers are so beautiful. Are you doing the album cover design, or is that somebody else?
Yes. I do the design of all the albums, but that is a painting by my wife. That is a painting of Jessica. Yes.
Wow.
She's a very good painter, violinist painter. It's a great artist. So yes, I do everything. I do the marketing. I do the producing. I do the website. Everything. I basically, yes.
I love that this icon you often have on the corner of your videos. It really looks like inkan, a Japanese wooden stamp. right?
Yes,
That
that's what
we
I wanted to achieve.
use. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
wonderful.
I found them in the karate diplomas. In a karate diploma, you have some of those stamps, and I wanted to do something like that. And that album, Soundscapes, the one the that one, that is a map of the city of Kyoto. I produced it with a friend who was there in 2000, 5 years ago, and he was there and he sent me a message in WhatsApp. Hey Facundo, do you want me to send you sounds from Kyoto? I'm here right now. I said, of course, send the sounds. Yeah, so each day after he was in vacations there, no, at the end of the day, he sent me like 5, 6, 7 sounds, and at the night I used that sounds and made the music, and that album was made in like, I don't know, 10 days, 15 days. Each night I just sat on my piano and produced the music with the sounds I got through WhatsApp.
Oh, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
you're collaborating with a lot of people through WhatsApp mostly? Is that the
Yes,
easy way?
yes. People use WhatsApp and the email. They send me sounds through email too. Yes, yes.
Nice.
And I also collaborate with some artists from Japan, from Kyoto. Masafumi Komatsu, who is a very well-known pianist and soundscape designer in Japan. He sent me lots of sounds, and I also sent him lots of sounds of Buenos Aires because he loves tango, and Buenos Aires is the world capital of tango, you know. So I recorded lots of sounds from the tango areas here in Buenos Aires and sent them to him, and that's how the project lives basically through collaborations, you know.
I saw that you had collaborated with Camellia Tea
Yes,
Ceremony House. I've visited their lovely Kyoto tea ceremony rooms, and
I
they're
have to
such
go.
amazing people. Yeah,
Yes,
you're definitely going to enjoy going. And
yeah.
the video you made with your music and their tea ceremony, one of their expert tea ceremony staff
Yeah,
doing such
yeah.
beautiful. It's the
That
motions and the garden, everything is perfectly suited to your music, right?
Thank you. Yes, that was that started as an experiment during the pandemic days. You know, I was like we were all confined to our houses, and I started on Twitter. It was called back then. I searched for people uploading videos of Japan on Twitter, just looking for, and then I downloaded the videos, put music, and send them back to them, and people started to love the fact that I was composing original music for the videos, you know. So and one of those the videos was Camellia, and they like it so much that we tried a more produced collaboration. So they recorded the whole tea ceremony. It's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sent the video to me, and I did the music in one take. It was very, very inspirational to me, because most of the time I work with sounds but no images. You know, I don't see. I just close my eyes and imagine how's the place. But here I have the movie, so for me it was so much fun.
I think I can show so you can see some of
Yeah.
the action of it. Such a beautiful collaboration here. Do you remember some of the music for this?
Um, goes.
Beautiful. How wonderful. I
Thank
love
you.
it. I can't wait for you to be in Japan and see
Ah,
all of this firsthand, right?
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I bought the plane tickets 10 days ago. I still like trying to process all the information.
Now, if people want to support your Japan tour, can
Yeah.
you walk them through? So go through your website, right?
Yes, yes. There's a section called Help Us, because basically we have the money for the plane tickets that really went up in the latest years. It is a very expensive trip for us. But then when we get there, we want to do a lot of things. We want to, as I told you, record soundscapes and do collaborations and make videos um, and truly live this like an artistic residence, you know. So we need more help to achieve all those things. Um, and if people collaborate with their donation, we send our whole discography as a zip file through email, so as a gift, you know. So yes, if it's anyone is listening and wants to help, your help is welcome.
That's wonderful. Also, you're on Bandcamp
Yes,
as well, so people could buy the or support your music
totally.
there, right?
Yes, on Bandcamp. Yes, yes, yes.
And then
Uh,
you're on Instagram, so people can see your videos and photos on Instagram. Which is the best Instagram for you guys?
the.kyoto.connection. The other one, the Kyoto Connection, we lost it. Basically, we lost the access, and it is impossible to take it back. So we have to create a new one, which is the.kyoto.connection. And and we also, I'm very active on X Twitter. I'm using that social network to share our story, and basically that, well, and our YouTube channel.
Yeah, of course. You've got a wonderful YouTube channel as well.
Mm.
So, what is your plan as you're getting ready for Japan? Are you creating new music? Are you setting up live collaborations while you're in Japan?
Yes,
What are
well, we
you
have a new album coming out in February with Isle of Shura Records. It will be released in vinyl and probably in cassette, and obviously in digital, on all digital formats. So next year is a very special year. It's 20 years of the Kyoto Connection. So basically, we want to tour with that album, and as I told you, share our story. Because besides the music, I think that our story has a very strong inspirational message for people, like follow your dreams, you can do it, be patient. I'm there's something in our story that I think it's worth telling. So that's what we want, basically what we want to do next year.
Absolutely. Could you give us a little preview sound from the new album?
Yes, I let me check if I have. I don't know if it's going to work. Um, let's try with this. Do you have sound? No. Oh, okay. Uh, let me see if I can fix something here. Yes. I will try again. Do you have sound now? I will tell you the story of this track. Well, this is a sound logo for the city of Kyoto. A couple of months ago, I discovered that many cities in Japan have their own sound logo made by great ambient and new age composers of the 80s and the 90s. But I didn't find a sound logo for the city of Kyoto, so I said, okay, I will create one. And this is Kyoto's sound logo.
Oh, that's fantastic. I could totally imagine Kyoto City Station, train station playing
That
this
would
as people come in. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
a dream. That will be great. Yes,
Well,
totally a dream. Yes.
fantastic. Is there anything else you wanted to mention to people before we sign off?
Um, just follow us on our social network. We have so much to share. As I told you, I really feel that our story uh, could be of great inspiration for many musicians out there, many people who want to do what they love, who want to express their creativity. The Kyoto Connection for me started 20 years ago. I was a very young guy. My beard, I didn't have white beard. I started alone in my room dreaming about Japan. And 20 years later, I am going to Japan with my wife that I met thanks to my music, my daughter, my best friend, and my instruments. And I think that that wouldn't be possible if I didn't listen to my inspiration. So follow us. I will be sharing our story. Hopefully, it's inspiration for you too, to follow your dreams and to do what you love.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. It was fabulous having you as a part of the Seek Sustainable Japan show. We love to support the arts, of course, the arts, creativity, music, collaboration, community. So much of what you're doing is so important for a better future that we want in Japan.
Yeah,
So I'm
totally.
so excited for what you're doing and really hope that we get a chance to meet when you come
Totally.
through Japan. Yeah.
It will definitely happen. I will write you.
Please.
Thank
And
you so much.
anybody in Japan or around the world, you can support their journey, support their music, collaborate with them. Wonderful things ahead for you.
Yeah, and send us recommendations and tips on whatever. You should go to this place or meet with these people, whatever. We are open to everything. So thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much. And have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining, Facundo.
Thank you.